Hello and welcome back to Mr. Ed Plays Factorio Space Age. This is episode 100 and, wait for it, 1. Last episode was our massive live stream, which I had so much fun doing, and now we're back to not being live anymore, to being dead. If the energy seems weird in this episode, it's because I did not get basically any sleep last night because of my children. My dang children. But we're gonna push on through. We're gonna make it happen. All right, I want to get this episode done and edited today so that it can come out tomorrow. I could get it out today, but it would come out at like 5 or 6 in the middle of the night. Not night, evening. I don't want to do that. So we're not gonna. I'm just gonna show you what I've been working on. Okay, so in the last episode, if you didn't watch the live stream and you didn't watch the VOD, because it was like 4 hours we ended up recording for, to summarize, we made it to Fulgora. We went to Fulgora and then we played around and had fun. And Fulgora is interesting because it's all about recycling. You take stuff and you make it into other stuff. And it's got a lot of logistical issues to go along with that. So I've been working on some of the things that we talked about in the live stream. So you're going to see some of that. But first, here's Novice. We are, you know what? There was something I was going to do in the episode, between episodes that I didn't do. I was going to send some clip explosives to myself, and I forgot. So I'll get working on that. All right, so let's see. I did the patented Mr. Red maneuver, which is to completely deconstruct everything that I had going on Fulgora. I was going to say Volgora. Combination of Vulcanus and Fulgora. I said combination. I don't know what I'm saying. I didn't get much sleep last night. And so I took everything down, and I started from scratch. From scratch. All right, I'm going to send this to Fulgora, and I'm going to change the weight condition real quick. Give me a second to change the weight. I changed the weight condition. All right, so now while that's on its way to me, let's check out Fulgora. This is Fulgora. Whoa, there's lightning. Lightning is happening. I took everything down, like I said, and I put it all into these chests up here. Then I started building stuff out. First of all, I took some stone bricks or concrete, maybe. What is this? Concrete. And I made a walkway, and then I made that straight down because the island that I'm on is pretty much a straight arrow. And then I started here. I was like, I'm going to completely max out these patches of scrap so I can get those. And I have them all fed into these 2 lines to go to these 2 recyclers. I could add more, but as you can see, I'm backed up here. Now, the way this works is the recycler takes scrap and it turns it into these 12 discrete items. And you can look at these items if you want to. I'm not going to say that you can or can't. And so what I did is, and this is based on people who have helped me out during the live stream. I'm not going to be able to remember exactly who said what or what said who, but I believe the Ender 664 and Lilet Cook helped me out with this, getting essentially the idea of I want a giant sushi belt that splits things off, filters things off, and then feeds back into itself. And so I kind of did something like that. And what I did is I have everything going in, and if it's ice, it gets sent off this way. And if it isn't ice, if it's not ice, if it's nice, it goes up and on. And the same thing for everything that scrap is made into. And then it feeds back, and from that point on, I struggled and had a panic attack because right now I have it feeding back into itself with a priority set to what it doesn't use, it reuses, and then everything else goes on. So basically what I have is I have ice being sent over in this direction with the priority of this. So all of my ice is going to go this way. Some of that gets added here just to have it, but I have more ice than I know what to do with, so that's fine. The rest of it goes on to be used. Now, anything else, if this backs up, you don't want it to back up because then everything shuts down. So then I had the idea to have everything get recycled, because the idea is like you can recycle stuff down to its most basic components, and anything you don't need, any excess, you can recycle into itself back and forth to delete it forever. So I did this. This does not work. We'll talk about that. But essentially I said, okay, ice, and this goes for everything, by the way, ice goes on. Once ice does not go on, once ice backs up, it goes down and gets added to this, where it will eventually, the idea was, get destroyed. So any excess gets destroyed. And I try to do that with everything. And I didn't do it right. I did not do a good job. I also, some fun things, pretend all this works and is perfect because I'm good at my job. Try to pretend that. Assuming that works, what we have right now is ice gets added to make water so that I can have water. Then we have stone and this stuff, holmium ore, which get combined and also grabbed into this just so I have some, even though I have a lot. Not a lot, but some. Combined to become holmium solution. Also, the ice is a part of that. We have iron gear wheels, which get added and also sent to recycler so I can get iron plates, because I don't have those. That's not a thing that is made from the scrap. So that's that. Then there's the other stuff that just gets added to this. I can change this so that I have like a splitter that goes and sends stuff off as I need it, like steel plates I'll probably need for things later. I needed plastic and copper, so I did this for the advanced circuit, so now I have that. I need a copper plate, so I have that. Then there's other stuff. So that's what I did. And it's not good. Oh, and then I started working a little bit on, I wanted to make things good. Like, I need things. So the goal right now, besides just kind of setting this up in a way that actually works, is that we need to research the the electromagnetic science packs, which we can unlock by crafting a supercapacitor. Now, a supercapacitor is made using these things. I do not have electrolyte or superconductor being made. The batteries we get through scrap, the electronic circuits we get through scrap, the holmium plates I was working on. So that is here. It is the holmium solution gets turned into that. It's just that, by the way. It's just solution becomes plate. Solution becomes plate. And so that's going on up. This was just a thing that I had at one point to help me do stuff. I don't think I need it anymore, but I left it in case I wanted to copy and paste it. So ignore it. And then that will be fine. Now, what I was thinking about was stackability, because I am not currently in a mental place where I can look at those numbers over there and say, here's what I need, and here's how many things I need to make what I need be needed. So instead, I was like, I can add more chemical plants this way to make more water if need be. I can add more holmium solution up to a point if need be. I can have holmium plate stuff down if need be. But then it kind of got to a point where it started to be a little hard to do. Now, I do have more space, like a lot of space up here that I'm not doing anything with, but it's all kind of up here, and to make stuff happen, I would have to like route things up. Like if I wanted my holmium plates to be made up there, I have to route the holmium solution up there, and that's just a lot of nonsense I didn't want to think about. I also don't have, I did not make these electromagnetic plants because I hit Alt, because I wanted to do that on camera. I was just kind of testing things out and seeing how it would all work. So that's where we're at now. Again, assuming this whole situation was working perfectly, which it will be because I'm a genius. Holmium plates are good, which is one of the things I need. So I have 3 of the 5 things that I need. The other 2 things I needed to work on. So one of those things that seemed easier to do was electrolyte, which is made from stone, heavy oil, and holmium solution. So I did this. It's only made in an electromagnetic plant, which I'm not worked with, so I had to make a ghost here because I haven't built one yet. And it takes holmium solution and heavy oil. Heavy oil, fortunately, is just sucked right from the, I was going to say Earth, Fulgora, the ocean oil. This is all big ocean oil. And so that's happening. And it's going to get added to there. I also have this storage tank. Actually, that's for the electrolyte. I don't have a storage tank for heavy oil, because it seems unnecessary, because it's getting sucked out of this giant. This is essentially my oil tank, is the ocean. My face cam, by the way, for some reason, I don't know why, but when I was setting things up, my face cam is upside down. So every time I look over there to make sure it's still recording, I'm seeing an upside down me. It scares me, I'm afraid. But it'll be fine for you unless I decide not to make it fine for you. This is here, by the way. Let's not send down cliff explosives yet, because I'm worried I did not make my big thing. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it would be. Maybe it's on my person. It better be. It is on my person. Okay, a cargo landing pad. If I didn't put this down, I think those cliff explosives would drop down over here, because that is where I landed. I don't want to have to go over there. Not that it's very far. I just don't want to have to deal with it. So now that I put that down, I can go into Mr. Platform. I can drop the cliff explosives down, and that'll be good to go. Now, I had to do that because I could not figure out how to make cliff explosives here on Fulgora because they take calcite. And I know that the whole damn situation with Fulgora is that you can reduce stuff down using recycling. That's the whole point of Fulgora. But it's basically anything that calcite would be used to make, you could break down into its discrete components. For example, if I had cliff explosives, I could recycle it and get calcite, but I don't have, and this other stuff, but I don't have the calcite, so I can't do that. There are probably other things, yeah, but I don't have any of this stuff. Like, I don't have any artillery cells with me. So the only way I could think to do it, and it's only got on Vulcanus, so the only way I could think to do it right now, using what I have and what I know, was to send it to myself. The game is very loud. When we were playing the live stream, I had to turn the audio down because it was all mixed live. You know how live streams work. And so it was very quiet. Now it's very loud. I have to turn the volume down. These are things you care about. All right, so I should have those cliff explosives now. That will be necessary just to get around stuff. There's lots of little cliffs in the way. I just needed to make that happen. Okay, so now, hey, it's sending itself back. Now, what's it going to do when it gets there? It's going to hang out because it's waiting for 100 portable fission reactors. That was something we also did on the live stream, is we gave ourselves 2 portable fission reactors. So now I have power because electricity is weird on Fulgora. It's like all lightning. I'm assuming nobody watched the live stream except the people who were there because it's like 4 hours and who would want to just watch that? I might think about editing that down at some point, but now that I'm doing episode 101, if I were to edit down episode 100 and put that out, it would come after 101. And that's just a whole thing. These are also things that you don't care about. So instead, I'm just going to summarize things. Fulgora works via electricity, which is true of every planet. But electricity comes from lightning bolts. So there are these Fulgoran lightning attractors, which are just here when you first land, and they will provide you a safe zone from getting blasted. You can also make your own lightning rods, which there's one here, and those will suck up power. So as long as you have accumulators to store power, you're good, son. So my power's okay. I don't think I have to worry about power for a while. I basically just put a substation down, and then as far away as I could, put an accumulator, and then made a nice little grid about it. And I thought I made it into a no, I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't. Oh, I did make this recycler sorter into a blueprint, so you can see that. You're seeing it. I should make this into a blueprint so I can do it later. Let's make it into a blueprint real quick. Let's just quickly make this into a blueprint substation. I can't type. I got no sleep last night. Substation solar. I don't know. That's fine. That's all fine. And it's not solar. It's accumulator, but who cares? Okay, great. So, yeah, I could either work on getting an electromagnetic plant so I can start getting some electrolyte, but it wouldn't really matter until I did this, and I'm not really going to get anything until I figure this out because everything's backed up in a weird way that I don't fully understand. So we have to talk about recycling things down. Now, the reason this doesn't work is kind of confusing and nebulous to me. Right now, I have 2 recyclers that are pointed at each other. So the idea is if you were to have 2 recyclers pointed at each other, which I can only make 1 because I don't have enough iron plates, but easy enough fix. I can go ahead and grab some iron plates real quick. Thank you. I can make another recycler. Great. I did that. Now, okay, I don't want to have to get all of those, these things, so I'll grab some of those too, make another recycler. There we go. Okay, great. And circle gets the square, and power gets the donut. Stop being in the way. Oh my God, I cannot click anywhere that isn't on myself. That was embarrassing. So the idea is if there's something I don't need, and let's just take this rocket silo as an example. If there's something I don't need that's kind of complex and uses a lot of parts, like I'm going to use an electric furnace just to demonstrate. Maybe this is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Boom. It's going to send everything into here, and then it's going to send itself back because the way it all works is... See, everything's gone now. It completely diminished that. The way recycling works is it recycle. Wow, an assembling machine too. It makes a lot of stuff. Who'd have thunk? It will give you a chance of some stuff. Some things are like for sure. Like if I put an assembling machine 2 in, I will always get at least 1 iron gear wheel, sometimes 2. 25% chance of additional product. I believe what that means is you're going to get 0 assembling machine 1s most of the time, but there's a 25% chance of getting 1. So I'm always going to get 1 iron gear wheel, but there's a 25% chance of getting 2. You understand. I'm trying to speak fast because I want to do stuff in this episode, but I also don't want it to be too long. So eventually everything just kind of goes away. So that's how you get rid of stuff. So I thought doing this would eventually just get rid of everything, but sometimes these slots like back up and then they don't send through what they need to, and so it doesn't work fully. So there are ways I can think of making that work, but I'm not really sure how, because when I said there are ways I can think of, I was lying. I can't really figure it out. Now, there is the option of just basically copying everything that I did up here and setting it all to its own kind of recycling situation, but do I have room for that? I mean, yes. Do I want to do that? Harder to say. I guess what I could do is take the blueprint that I made, and because this is not a live stream, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, which is a hilarious expression. I don't know who came up with it. So let's take this recycling thing. Now, what I can do is put this over here. Now, I do need to think about having room for all this stuff to go, something I didn't really do before. So I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to undo that. Maybe I do this. That way I have, like, space down. Maybe I do that. I don't like that. I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. I like this. This is what I like. Boom. Because over here, which I like having this pathway I can walk, I'm running very low on space. There's an oil, what would you call this? It's not a peninsula. It's like a bay. What's like a lake peninsula? What's the word for a small piece of land surrounded on most sides by water? That's the opposite of what I want. A spit. What's the opposite? Larger areas surrounded by most sides by water are peninsulas. But peninsulas sound strange. We're talking about a small piece of land. I'm talking about the opposite of that. Okay, what's the opposite of a spit? Water spit. This is not at all. Okay, you know what? Forget this. I don't want to see this. This is not at all what I was thinking of or care about. Anyway, I don't have room for stuff. Like if I wanted to do this right here for solid fuel, although solid fuel just kind of gets rid of it. It's only itself. I couldn't do it. I had to route it somewhere else. So I need, and which is fine, but it's just annoying. So I need to think about room and having room. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have it all come up here, and then I'm going to make it destroy itself. So if I had a recycler, like ice would just go away, because ice is just its own situation. Yeah, it's like anything that is a basic component will just get destroyed and otherwise will get broken down. Like this stuff will get broken down to discrete components. I'm not finishing sentences because I'm trying to be quick. Like this, I think would work. This would feed ice into this recycler, which would, if it ever makes, it'll like get rid of most of it, but 25% chance of making ice, which will put in here, which will get rid of whatever it is. But if it ever does get back, it'll come back into there, so that's fine. It's just a matter of it keeping up. Some stuff is slower than others. So what I could do is copy this. Actually, I could get rid of that and save some space and do this. And even though, might be a different way of doing this, even. Like, what if instead I just did something different? Like, what if I just did something different? Like, instead of what I was doing, something different. Like, this would be it. So I'd take, wait, I hit Alt again. If I copy and paste, will it do the filter? No, it won't. Why would it? That would only be helpful. All right. No, don't put it in. No, don't put it in there. There, that's what I want. So what if I did that instead? So I didn't need to use any splitters because I don't have any and I'd have to make them. Is this bad or is this terrible? Which one? Oh, another thing I did, by the way, is I made a deconstruction planner and I put in it everything that I could find on Fulgora that was just random nonsense on Fulgora because it was all in my way. There's so much stuff in my way. Then I did that. I went into map view and I just got rid of everything up to a point. I don't have any stuff down there, so it didn't really matter too much. If I do lightning rods, this is where my lightning rod situation ends. Also, if you didn't watch the live stream, you wouldn't have seen how incredible it is to be bloopy. Look how incredible the bloopiness is. Look at the bloopy. Anyway, so I wonder if this could work, or is this a worse idea than with this? Let me know. I don't know. Let me know. Maybe I try it, and maybe I don't. See if I care. I also need to think about power. If I do that, it will power everything. Then I can do that. Could I do another one? I could if this were, if I cut that and put it here. I can get through here too. That's cool. And then what if I did another one? And then that was up there. That would work. And actually, that would not need to be different, which is good because I don't want it to be different. Okay, so I got 3 and then a thing. So I could copy this now, and I need to do like 12. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't really see too well. 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12. So I can get rid of that. So that'd be it. I could do that. This wouldn't be too bad. It's just a matter of if it could keep up. I think it probably will. Why wouldn't it? So now what I need to do is see what the scrap becomes. Iron gear wheel, solid fuel, concrete. Iron gear wheel, solid fuel, concrete. Concrete, what concrete? Okay, so concrete will be a little different. Some stuff will be different. So I guess I'll just add everything now, and then I will think about why it's different later. I'm going to end this episode at 30 minutes. It's been 25 minutes, I think. It's upside down. All right, so ice, steel plate, battery. Ice. That was ice. I didn't need to do that one. That one was pointless to have done. Hold me more. Okay, that's all done. I don't seem to have 2 more power pole things. Also, I would need another one to connect it all. Although if that were there, this wouldn't need to be there. So I got 1 more. That's pretty cool. Oops. There we go. So I need 1 more of those. Could I make one? Yep. Okay, so this would work. I could get rid of all of that. Ooh, that stuff's in the danger zone, and some stuff actually did get owied. Oops. I'm sorry. I kind of wish that this stuff was not right on my path, so I'm going to move it so it's not on my path. And I can move it down, too. I can move it to, like, here, I guess. So then electricity will be a little different. Can't really move these lightning rods, not easily anyway. I don't have any personals. I moved all my personal robots to the main situation. Mr. Platform, you know what? Let's send up some more robots. I want some more robots. All right, so this will connect to there power-wise, so it'll be good. I could even put some in, because I have them. Do I have it? Is there any repair stuff? Do I have any repair packs? I do have repair packs. Okay, repair that. Cool. Okay, and then, do I have any of these? I have 2 of these. Okay. Oh, right, and there's things that would be different, like I was gonna say. See, even the first thing would be different. Iron gear wheels, they become iron plates, so it would kind of be like this would need to happen then, in that case. Or maybe not. Maybe not, because if I put an iron gear wheel in here, and it becomes an iron plate, and it puts an iron plate in here, but what if there are iron gear wheels that it's still working on? Then it wouldn't put in here. So then I would need those 2. And that'd be fine for everything that just makes 1. This probably just goes down, yep, so that's fine. This makes 2 things, does it not? Yep. So like that would need to be different. This would be like this. I don't know how that'll work if it's pointing and putting there. Maybe it just won't. Like I'd have to filter stuff. It's like stone bricks and what is it? It's the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, cut these, move them over here, get rid of that. Paste, put them there, get rid of those, put this there. Okay, what's happening with Mr. Platform? No, Novice, are you there? 50, deliver to Mr. Platform. Gotta end the episode. It's been 30 minutes. I gotta end the episode. I will end the episode in just a second. Let's just get rid of all this stuff, and then we'll figure out from there, okay? Ice will put you back. I think steel plates probably will be fine, or will it give me iron plates? Nope, steel plates are fine. Okay, so you can just go right back to where you were. Stone will go right back to where you were. I think that... Oh, wait, you? What do you do? Recycling? Wait, no, wrong thing. Hold me more. Okay, so you go right back to as you were. Okay, so what do you? I have to be quick. Let's see. Iron ore. I guess it would be whatever is here that isn't water, because it can't really do the liquid stuff. So then it would be... That's fine. Iron ore would be here. This is all bad. You think I don't know it's bad? Come on. It's me. I know everything I do is bad. So then it would be like I would need 2 more. 1 to do like stone bricks and 1 to do... iron ore. So that's kind of what I would do. So like the ice, the steel, the stone, the ore, all that would get just factored back in. This stuff would be like, that's just going to do the one thing, the copper cables. I just need to like route this over as much as it can. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to end the episode after I talk about this. Batteries will become iron and copper. And there's also talk of combining some of this stuff. Like instead of doing this right here with the iron gear wheels, we add the iron plates to a belt that goes to iron plate destruction. Same with the copper, because it's all going to be the same and it would be redundant. That's a possibility. I don't know. But I'm not going to do any more work right now. Instead, I'm going to send to Fulgora. I'm going to change this to that so it'll wait and send those down to me. So I'll have more. I could put some more in the thing, and some with me, because I want it. And that's fine. How are we doing, by the way? You have 1,000 ammo, which is good. At some point, I did change this to 1,000. I had it at 2,000. I changed it to 1,000. I also have... all this stuff seems full. That's pretty good. Not full, but all right enough. I think we're good. I think we're just fine. All right, so I think that's going to be it. I do want to get this episode edited so that it can come out tomorrow. So as you're seeing this, I will have played this episode yesterday. Unless I can't get it out in time, in which case I'm sorry. But then I will be able to do more episodes based on comments that I get from you guys. So let me know if this, what I'm thinking of here, is the way of going about it. I might be completely off base. I mean, I am off my base of novice because I'm on Fulgora. And by the way, one final last thing. If you did not watch the last episode in the live stream, you might not have known that I did some very radical things on Vulcanus. I changed everything up. Like I said, the patented Mr. Red maneuver. I took everything down and restarted from scratch. The first thing I did was I needed a bunch of foundries, so I made this to make a bunch of foundries, and all the stuff that I needed I pulled from. Then I made this to make big mining drills so that I could have big mining drills. This is outside the build zone, which is why those aren't being built, so I need to fix that. But I did big mining drills to max out everything, and then I was like, let's make everything optimized instead of just automated. Optimized. So I was like, I need a bunch of stuff. Now, it's not fully optimized and perfect because there are things that I could do more of, but I didn't know how many I needed, and I was just getting it working. I don't have any tungsten carbide for some reason. Not that I care about this. Not that I have time to care about this. Tungsten carbide is missing carbon. Carbon is missing coal. Am I just out of coal? Or am I just a goddamn idiot that can't do anything right in my life? Oh my God! Thanks for watching. Tune in some number of days. I'm not going to say 2 days. I'm going to say some number of days, because I did say that. For more exciting Mr. Ed Plays Factorio Space Age Fulgora adventures. Until then, did I finish my question? My question is this right? Should I be doing this, or should I be doing what I said I was going to do initially, which is to say this and have things go off there? Maybe that's more efficient because splitters are automatic, whereas, and by the way, there was also talk of, not talk, but I think I said I wanted to do, it was going to feedback on itself. So it was all going to feedback on itself. Oh my God, I'm stuck. I can't reach, so I have to do all this like this. But it would be like loaded into there. This would be where I get stuff from. And then this would feed back onto itself. It'd be like this kind of situation. But so stuff would come up, and then anything it didn't get enough of it would come back down. But maybe this isn't the right... who knows? Just tell me what I should do. Tell me what I should do, because I'm panicking. Thanks for watching. Tune in a couple days for more exciting Mr. Ed Plays, all that stuff, adventures. Until then, I've been Mr. Ed. See you next time. Until next time, I've been Mr. Red. Stay spooky out. That's what it was. I forgot what to do because I'm panicking. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Stay spooky out there, everybody. And remember, keep watching.